Whether you're a fan of AEW or not, I think one thing we can all agree on is that AEW is just not as good as it used to be. Everything that made AEW so good back in the day is completely missing from today's AEW. But the main thing I want to talk about is the storytelling. AEW storytelling is so inconsistent. Let me give you guys a simple example, and that is the MJF and Adam Cole storyline. So basically, Adam Cole revealed himself as the devil and turned on MJF. Then MJF just disappeared from TV, and when he came back, Adam Cole disappeared from TV for some reason, and then MJF, who now has an AEW tattoo on his body, turned heel and went back to his old ways. And then for some reason, Adam Cole returned as a babyface. Like, what the fuck is going on here? It's like they don't even care about consistent storytelling anymore. They're just desperate for short-term success. This is the opposite of the problem with Triple H and WWE, because they have a little too much long-term booking. Whereas in AEW, there's little to no long-term booking. They will be having a story for about 3 months, but they're going to completely abandon it for short-term success. That's exactly what they did with the Devil storyline. They just turned MJF heel because it made sense when you look at the roster, but it makes no sense story-wise. You just completely abandoned everything you had been building for like 6 months. This is also what they did with the Elite storyline, which I gotta say is fucking dog shit. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson, the EVPs, like what the fuck? You guys were not even open to working with CM Punk or even talking to him face to face to work things out. But you're going to completely base all of your characters on that one man that is not even in the company anymore? And now Jack Perry and the Bucks lost their titles and they have disappeared from TV. And let me guess, the Bucks are going to return as babyfaces because AEW is inconsistent as fuck with their storytelling. This is exactly why I can't get into the Jon Moxley Dick Rider storyline. Because not only is it repetitive, because let's be honest, this is just another, we hate AEW, this is our company. Like, we've seen this shit like a billion times. And also, how do I know this is not just going to end up like every other AEW storyline, where it's going to end up being inconsistent as fuck and an absolute slap in the face to the fans that followed the story from the beginning. So that's the biggest problem with AEW storytelling. It's inconsistent as fuck and short term. Now, another problem with AEW is the roster. Now, the roster itself is great. They got some of the best wrestlers in the world, but holy shit, Tony Khan does not know how to handle this roster because there's so many problems with it. First off, I just want to say that the so-called game changers are not changing shit. The only thing that's changing is the TV channel whenever they're on the screen. Like, look at this. Mercedes money. Am I right? Mercedes money. More like, Mercedes can't draw any money. Like, I'm serious, dude. Mercedes does not have the same aura. Not even close. Her theme song is garbage. Like, she's one of the biggest stars on the roster, but she's not even presented or promoted as such. Kazuchika Okada. This guy, according to a lot of people, is the best wrestler in the world, and now his whole character is just one word, one single word, which means female dog. Yeah, that's his whole character, that one word. And it's just like Mercedes, he's one of the biggest stars on your roster, but you're not even presenting or promoting him as such. Edge, or Adam Copeland. Obviously, the biggest story for him in AEW was against Christian Cage, which we got over with, but really, all you did with him after that was put him in a bunch of random matches that didn't mean anything and had no emotional value. Like, what the fuck? And Ricochet, what the fuck? No, genuinely though, what the fuck does Ricochet even do? Now, I know Ricochet was never meant to be a game changer because Ricochet's not a huge star, let's be honest. He's not even the biggest star in his own household. But there was this one match that the people really wanted to see, and that was Ricochet versus Ospreay, and he just threw it on a random Dynamite with such little build-up. Like, wow, okay, so you're telling me the biggest match we could have had with Ricochet is now over, and now we gotta watch him be a jobber once again, putting on stinkers against Takeshita? Like, how do you have a bad match with Takeshita? Someone who everybody and their grandma has a good match with. See what I mean? Every single time there's someone new in AEW, they're hot for like 2 to 3 months. Less if you're Ricochet. Then they just become just another wrestler on the roster because by then, Tony Khan would have either signed another one or he just forgets how to present and promote them. Like, remember back in 2021 when every single new signing felt like such a big deal? Like Bryan Danielson, like Adam Cole, hell, even the people that aren't the biggest stars, like Malachi Black, like it felt like such a big deal. You gotta treat your stars like stars. The only ones I can think of right now are Swerve Strickland and Hangman Adam Page. Of course, they had their big rivalry that was awesome, and the only thing in AEW TV that I liked watching. And of course, Will Ospreay. Now, let's not forget that all of this is happening after they got rid of their biggest draw. Like, no wonder your arenas are half empty. No wonder you sold 30,000 less tickets from last year in the same stadium. I just want to get this out of the way, alright? The presentation is awful. AEW was known for its gritty, classic presentation style, which was different than WWE's overproduced presentation. AEW didn't cover up their arenas with LED screens, lights, and fucking holograms and whatnot, but they kept it simple and darker. Today's AEW, however, holy shit, dude, like, look at this! This is not AEW. This is literally WWE from 2019. Why are you trying to be something that you're not? I know it may seem like I'm nitpicking here, but the presentation adds so much to the show. Anyways, I just wanted to get that out of the way. And to make matters worse, we have Tony Khan, the boss, being an absolute bitch on social media and interviews, being concerned about what WWE is doing, calling them the Harvey Weinstein of professional wrestling. Like, this guy, fuck it, he's not even a guy. He's a fucking child. That's what he is. Tony Khan is a fucking child who does not know how to control his roster, has zero creative vision, and has talented wrestlers like Ricky Starks and Ray Phoenix doing nothing. AEW is not where the best wrestle. AEW is where the best wrestlers sit at home waiting for their contracts to expire. Anyways, that is it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.